YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. Look at this. It's the Ultra Stick 60 by Hangar 9. It's one of the few Ultra Sticks that's a plug-and-play. Takes a little bit more work. We set ours up with Crow. If you want to see how we did that, check out the Unbox Build radio setup. But one tip, we now use an NX10, which means we could actually put our adjustable gains onto channel auxiliary 4. And we didn't have access to that. So without further ado, we're gonna take off and fly. But when you guys get ready to set it up, if you're using an NX10 now, you understand you can add that feature. All right, throttle cuts off, thrust reverse is on, because I'm too lazy to walk out. And that's a cool feature, but an unnecessary one, and yet still super cool. All right, here goes nothing. Take off flaps. A little inadvertent grass ops there. Of course, we have AS3X on this plane and safe. And I think the camera crew and I might actually go to the yard so we can keep the sun kind of ahead of us. You guys see the braking on the prop? Pretty cool. This plane has what it takes to get the job done. Camera, keep coming. So I definitely would suggest, if you're gonna set up your AS3X in safe, that you would do it with adjustable gains. I think it's gonna make this thing a joy to fly. It's already rock solid right now. We got a little variable winds. See, just a little teeny bit of overcorrection. We could fix that right away if we wanted to. I'm gonna see if I can hammerhead this. I think I remember not being able to do it just because it's a little nose heavy. Oh yeah, you can do it. It's just a little bit nose heavy for that sort of application. But what a nice looking plane. And if you guys grew up flying Ultra Sticks, you're gonna love this one. Balsa wood aircraft last forever until you crash them. And then they stop lasting forever very quickly. And that might be one of the reasons why a lot of people end up with foamies. But as you advance through the ranks, this would be a great option, guys. Very speedy, very powerful, 60 inches, good size. And it just does everything you want it to do. If you haven't seen the Ultra Stick 1.1 videos we've put together, very fun plane, very cool. And definitely worth checking out too if you got maybe a little bit tighter budget. And that's part of the reason why we're bringing you this one today, because they have a new everyday lower price on it, which is really nice because, as you might remember, this thing came out during the COVID days, years, whatever you want to call it. And so everything was crazy, including shipping. Camera crew and I are going to go about 4 steps further back. Perfect, right there. I'm having trouble hitting the line I'm trying to hit here, guys, because this plane, even though it's a 60-inch wingspan, it flies very nice and it's very docile. But I want to show you a little bit of grass ops. If you guys have never flown one of these planes, just remember it's a little bit more advanced than what you're going to have with a regular run-of-the-mill foamy. A couple more steps back if you can. Okay, no flaps this time. Yeah, see how fast it carries? That's out of throttle. Now we do have thrust reverse on this plane, and so that makes really easy to slow it down, but it still takes real estate to put the thing on the ground. And with that braking, one trick, because the braking effect is necessary for thrust reverse, you'll want to make sure that you get into it in time. Okay, so there's our normal takeoff flaps. Got a little bit of crow mixed in there. Okay, and now full crow. There it is. And you can put it just right where you want, which is nice because this is a big plane, guys. Okay, so make no mistake, let's do a grass ops takeoff intentional this time. Now, obviously, we're going to go with the wind, so we'll just kind of go between gust, I think, here. So I don't want to go all the way down the runway. Here's our takeoff flaps. Full up elevator until we get that tail under control with some airspeed, and there it is, guys. No problems. Super effective rudder. You can see I'm flying it 3-channel style on that pass. So you can do whatever you want. You can coordinate your turns, or you can uncoordinate your turns. You can do all sorts of crazy things like this, and you can hear the interesting noises of balsa wood. I don't know if you guys probably couldn't hear that, but we could. It was kind of that unnatural creakiness. And by the way, about 40%, 50%, 60% throttle is where this plane likes to live. Full landing flaps here. Watch yourself just in case. Slowed it down in air a little bit there. Now we're coming to the end of our timer, but let's see if we can get in the shadow here. Let's see if we can get you guys an update on telemetry. So as you can see, we are still good on time. So we're gonna fly just a little bit longer. I like to check that. One thing to check for is sag in your pack. Now let's do a takeoff off of the runway this time. Okay, if you're used to flying off of a paved runway, this thing does great. Okay, takeoff flaps deployed. Here we go, just get into the throttle. Forgive me for not being as good a pilot as I'd like and getting a little bit of jank there. The wind is just a little bit confused. It's not super hard to deal with today, but it's just kind of coming at bad times. Okay, here we go. So we'll try just doing a nice kind of relaxed pass here. Maybe a touch and go. One wheel, beautiful. So guys, if you like the Ultra Stick, this is the stick for you, because I can tell you this, there you go. You can have a blast from the past, and you can get it today at a new ultra low price. If you want to help support Brian Phillips RC, check it out in the links of the video description below. And if you want to find something different, we have a few links there. But also I might encourage you, as you consider this plane, to add to your dungeon, if you have a dungeon like we do, where we store millions of planes. What you might want to do is you might want to look at the 1.1 meter Ultra Stick, which is also gorgeous. It's got the clear red film. Love that film. This one here actually has a nicer film job on it by a long shot. But one thing I like about that one is just it's so simple. Now that one just comes with a flapper-on configuration out of the box. This one here has the split controls and definitely takes a little bit more setup time. Definitely more advanced, bigger power system. This flies on 6S. I think that one's on 3, possibly 4. I can't remember for sure offhand. But we'll try another grass ops landing. Or did we get a landing yet on the main runway?
No, you haven't yet, actually.
Oh, we didn't?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'll do that next then. Change my mind. We're going to go this way.
Okay.
We're going to jank it around like we like to do. Just remember, you carry a little bit more speed and a little bit more weight with these wooden planes. So don't be surprised if you have to alter your flying style just a little bit. And then this is why I love telemetry. I can just sit there and look and see how my battery life is, and it's doing just fine, guys. So we're gonna go next to the Cherry, full landing flaps and crow. Woo! Little thrust reverse in the grass field. And as you can see, I didn't like that bounce. That was a pretty big bounce, but you guys know what I did there? It's something that we hate to do as pilots. That's accept defeat. I accept that I made a mistake, and I'm just gonna take the bounce like a man. Woo-wee! So now we're gonna try it again, because really, I don't like ending on bad notes. And this plane definitely is, it's not a hard plane to fly, it's just got a lot going on. And since it's so much heavier than what we're used to, okay, full crow, a little bit of throttle just to actually slow it down so we keep that prop spinning. There we go, much better that time, much better.
There you go.
And there's our thrust reverse. We're gonna come out to play. As you can see, guys, that crow really does help to slow it down, but you still gotta do your job, which is fly the plane. And I just wasn't doing a very good job of it. Okay, I think one more and we'll be golden. It definitely gets squirrely on takeoff. It likes to kick the tail around a little bit. Not a big deal, it's definitely manageable. Okay, so we're into our full crow, and you can see I can still roll the thing, no problem. Keep in your throttle, folks. That'll spin your prop so that you can bring it in. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I accidentally turned on my thrust reverse there. Let's just do a little hammerhead because I want to. That is so cool. And then climbing out of it. That thing pops in the sky. I love yellow planes, guys. Why do we not get more yellow planes? I don't understand that. Take off flaps. Bring it in. We'll see if we can do a little tighter landing. Okay, now keeping in the throttle and crow now. Ooh, there's our thrust reverse. Oh, yes, you would. So as you can see, we still have a little bit of juice left. So let's do one more grass ops. I just love taking off and landing with planes that challenge me. And this one does challenge me. Not because it's a bad plane, just because I need practice. All right, here we go. See, it just behaves so much easier on grass, guys. So a lot of you guys are flying off of grass fields, and there's no reason. I want to try to cornhole this. Cornhole. That was not a very good cornhole. It's just the same thing that the other Ultra Stick I have does the same thing. Now the wind's at our face. What the heck? So you could just kind of do whatever you want, but this one definitely pivots slower because I think we're a little bit nose heavy as configured. So what I'm gonna do is I'll actually fly around and take the landing the other way. That should be kind of fun. So guys, this will probably be our last landing on this pack. We appreciate you watching. If you want to help support Brian Phillips RC, as usual, just follow the links in the video description below. You can buy one for your own. There we go. Woo, 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 woo. A little jank on the ground, but we're okay. Throttle cuts on. Gotta say, really fun plane. If you guys are into balsa wood aircraft and you're always griping about all these foamies, this is the plane for you. Check it out in the links of the video description below. And if you're looking for the 1.1 meter, we have playlists for every plane that we've done on this channel. Some have many videos, some have few. But one way or another, if you can't find it still, you can go to brianphillipsrc.com. That's our domain. And you can check out links that are organized by, it's going to bring you right back to YouTube. And then once you're done with your video, you can make a decision where you want to go. If you want to figure out how much stuff costs, or what the manual says, or what battery pack size we need, and that sort of thing. It's all there for you in the video description. At the very top of the description, it'll be plane, receiver, battery, and then like transmitter. Obviously, we're recommending the 10 lately because we have had a number of planes where we needed 10 channels. In fact, we've had a few where we're all the way up to 10 now, which is pretty cool. And we're probably going to break into the 12, 14 pretty soon here. And so we hope you guys are getting there with us, and we hope you're enjoying flying with us, because really at the end of the day, what we do here on Brian Phillips RC is we try to bring brand new people to the hobby, talk them out of sitting in the chair watching and enjoying, and getting into the air with us. And we also try to bring people back to the hobby that used to be in the hobby and are just looking for some help on getting back up to speed, because there's a lot of complicated stuff that goes into this hobby. And we hope that you guys will find a lot of the help that you need, that you're not getting support from your local hobby shop maybe, or your club where there's a bunch of old farts that don't want to help you. Most clubs are not like that, but there are a lot that are like that. So if that's your situation, Brian Phillips RC is here to help get you where you need to be. And the Ultra Stick is definitely no exception. You should check it out if you're into that sort of thing. I definitely think that the 1.1 is definitely better for the entry-level type flyer, okay? So just keep that in mind. This is considerably more expensive. Even though the new lower price is still in effect, it's still a lot more money. And it's a lot more money for good reason, because it's a lot more plane. And you'll see that when you get it, because Hangar 9 puts out a really high quality product, but it does also take more work to build. So keep that in mind when you're making your decisions. We're glad to have you here on Brian Phillips RC, and we hope that you're enjoying the content. If you are, smash the like button, click the bell for notifications when subscribing so that you know when we put out our new content, which is like 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, really. And if that doesn't satisfy, we have like 1,800 some odd videos ready to go right now for you to enjoy your stay in the County Pokey, or wherever you're hanging out for many, 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 many months, because that's how long it would take to watch those videos. Also, if you have questions, leave them in the comments below. We try to get back to people as quick as we can, and sometimes it's quick and sometimes it's not so quick anymore. But also, if you want to support us in other ways other than buying products that we review, whether it be a leaf blower, a baler, what else have we done that's weird?
Well, e-bikes.
E-bikes. You guys love e-bikes.
I know you like
Obviously,
those.
we do lots of airplanes, lots of helicopters, quads, VTOLs, that sort of thing. But then occasionally we do crazy things.
Like air chucks.
Like air chucks and kittens.
Yeah.
But that being said, we do love that you guys help support us in that way, because that's how we build our relationships with these affiliate companies we work with. And so we can bring you new and exciting content when that's available. And so that's the best way you can help support us. But if you don't like that way, we have super thanks. We have membership on YouTube, membership on Patreon. Both of those are monthly support options. And then PayPal for one-time donations. If you got 50 bucks burning a hole in your pocket and it's not quite enough to get you to that new lipo you need or charger, which, to be honest with you, I still think it makes better sense that you buy the lipo or charger, because then you win, we win, and they win. And that helps us to bolster our relationships with these companies we work with, because we do need to have new stuff for new content, and I can't afford to buy millions of planes. So anyway, that helps us out, and we really help. We hope that you understand how much you are helping us. So also, quick update. We're getting close to pond dirt work. We almost have our permit ready for its initial submission, and that should happen in the next week or so. Now, you guys are probably seeing this in a couple of weeks beyond, so we might have already started. So my apologies if you see this out of order, but we want to keep you up to speed on what's going on with that, because we know a lot of you guys are really seriously supporting us, and we want you guys to know that we're really seriously getting ready to dig a pond back there. It's going to be super cool, and we can't wait to share the progress of that. And then we have other capital projects that are going to be coming in the next 2 years or 3 years, depending on how things work out financially. And we can't wait to share the plans. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being our supportive, amazing, engaging audience, the best on YouTube here on Brian Phillips RC. We hope you'll be back for more. And if you haven't already made plans, do it now. Smash the like button on the way out. Thanks for watching, guys. Come back for more.